waste. Once in a while. Solution.
Make an appointment with A.
Nazusafu. Favorite. Identity. Refer. Prefer A to B. Pressure. Propose doing. Architect. Washi Tanashi. Develop. Satisfy. Curious. Anxiety. Allow. Literature. Characterize. Hinder. Ushiro Yasushi. Rely. Iyashi. Vexed. Opportunity. Alternative. At A's disposal. Pause. Yorokobi Maoshi. Landscape. Obvious. Observe. Take part in A. Be disappointed in A. Subject. Priority. A sort of A. Ecological. Adopt. Pronounce. A developed country. Pursuit. Independence. Respect. Without doubt. Technique. Development. Be astonished by A. It occurs to A that.
Marriage.
Midarigokochi. Horror. Awful. Scheme. Lean over A. Disturbance. Garbage. Hinder. Superior. In charge of. No doubt. Rebel. Pollute. Lose. Luxurious. Remind A to do. Outweigh. Satisfaction. A barrier to A. Appetite. Distinguish. Epic. Intelligence. Prominence. Wall. Press. Persistent. Reflection. Proof. Merit. Impression. Develop. Kashikomari. Rule. State. To one's astonishment. Proceed. Tado Tadoshi. Supposedly. Strip. Accelerate. Consider. Wazurafu. Nutrition. Trust. Pose. Starvation. Tayumu. Superiority. Stir. A may it be. Evolve. Period. Result. Unfold. Comprehensive. Influential. Reversal. Definition. Be harmless to A. Promptly. For the purpose of A. Gift. Harm. At the moment. Utter. Attend. Confirmation. Line. Amateur. Shitafu. Eloquence. Concern. Focus. Naturally. Temporary. Distinction. Plot. Enable A to do. Respect. Series. Kokoromo tonashi. Ambiguous. Have access to A. Cherish. Intelligible. Be curious about A. Official. Yield. Strip. Souvenir. Contemplation. Lead to A. Immediately. Investigation. Take shelter. Illiteral. Barrier. Urgent. Ainadanomi. Department. Avoid doing. Natural. Out of date. Regardless of. Prompt. Conscience. Account. Risk. A gap between A and B. Charity. Observance. Project. Nadamu. Apply. Descriptive. Current. Exception. Seek. Engage in A. Perform. Nazumu. Scheme. With reference to A. Gozu. Suggest to A that S do. Do research on A. Comprehensible. Intentionally. Feat. Attempt. Classify A as B. Decade. Samayofu. Immediately. Class. Assign. Exceptional. Float. Representation. Alteration. Coincidence. Fulfill. Incline. Condition. Theoretically. Preferable. Prevent. Nature. Poetic. Context. Concerned. Dominate. To one's disappointment. Encourage. Consistent. Interpret. Kidney. Challenge. Web. Subdue. Humid. Salary. Domestic violence. The South Pole. Kokoromo tonashi. Critical. Genetic. Hashitanari. Ambiguous. Away. The human species. Superstition. Be engaged in A. Hashitanamu. Reside in A. Desert. Ajichinashi. Kashikomari. Literacy. Obomeku. Exhibition. Subject. Akugaru. Cafeteria. Itatsuchi. Utter. Involvement. Interval. Behave oneself. Taido Ru. Responsibility. Practically. Look up. Former. Affect. Period. Liver. Detective. Mine by B. Ainadano me. Potential. Be concerned with a. Shelter. At risk. Occasion. Narrative. Involve. In large measure. Destiny. Attainment. Rebel. Prevalent. Inquire about a. Observe. Fabric. Disturb. Rob. Event. Access. Contemplation. Execution. Mineral. Execution. Worth. Research. Performance. Subdue. Oppressive. Calm. Suppose. Performance. Strain. Interview. Drag. Bear witness. Encourage A to do. Asabasu. Feature. Authority. In favor of A. Mono omou. Gifted. Diffusion. At the disposal of A. Phase. Component. Oppress. Animation. Vaguely. Letter. Extraordinarily. Measure. Recede. Offer. Rely. Frighten. Laundry. Nature. Koshikomaru. Promotion. Disguise. Meditate. Provide A with B. Geometry. Execution. Take part. Lead A to do. Meditate. Tight. Literal. Up to date. Phenomenon. Image. Political campaign. Efficiency. Surface. Exertion. Coincide. Athlete. Reference. Destiny. Board. Gain. Deserve. Item. Pull. Determination. In comfort. Chaos. Aim. Struggle. Recipe. Assume. Attraction. Alternative. Interference. Make a difference. Subconscious. Interfere. Altitude. Come of age. Pose a question. Marry A. Hold. Be astonished at A. Criticism. Epic. Press A to do. Overcome. Performance. Tayushi. Place an emphasis on A. Alert. Evolve. Preservation. Nutrient. Occur. Favorable. In terms of. Acid rain. Achieve. Surashi. Intelligent. Reverse. Rumor has it that. Be conscious of A. Advance. Nourish. Provide A for B. Oblige. Press. Make a decision. Contrary to one's expectation. Bond. Wishi. Exert. Connection. Due to. Random. In particular. Adjective. Supply. Respect. Evolution. Influence. Calm. Influence. Fancy. Relax. Crucial. Terrific. Freedom. Stretch. Be amazed by A. Revival. Stir. Put a stress on A. Captive. Leak. Insight. Pretend that. Narrative. Ground. Frequency. Extensive. Leakage. With. Inquire. Expectancy. Resistance. Simultaneous. Extract. Accomplish. Wisdom. Skillful. Prevention. Favor. Widespread. Tadoshi. Consult. Remove. Skill. Alternate. Vitamin. Count. Reverse. Gokochi. Sustainable. Shelter. Election campaign. Antarctic. Unavoidable. Assign 0102. Lion A. Effect. Barrier. Appearance. Psychological. Persist. Urgency. Risk. Triviality. Identify. Internal. Norm. Fuel. Provision. Oblige. Ideal. Cause A to do. Ignorance. Species. Compete against A. External. Delay. Illustrate. Be impressed with A. Clothing. Struggle. Alcohol. Encourage. Worthy. Cut a good figure. Incomplete. Irresponsible. In charge of. Inefficient. Depend on A for B. Improve. Project. Resort to A. Deprive A of B. Classify A into B. Demonstration. Abnormal. Real. Yield to A. Refusal. Lose a game. Cause. Behavior. Result. Inferior. Burden. Elementary. Capability. Alien. Have an influence on A. Persevere. An opportunity to do. Character. Fulfillment. At present. With the purpose of A. Utter. Subject. Be aware of A. Exhaustion. Dame Rafu. Take the responsibility for A. Current. Substitute. Hold A responsible. Feel stressed. Urge. Strive. Institution. Smart. Obviously. Realization. Participate. Regard. Rely on A. Intend to do. Pressing. Correct. Composition. Subscribe. Real. Investigation. Scholar. Come to a halt. Persist. Architecture. Doubt that. Goko chi. Temperature. Receptive. Curious. Adoption. Satisfactory. Correct. Investigate. Encourage A to do. Executive. Robber. Prime. Impressive. Delay. Astronomy. Origin. Sit title. Environmental. Meaning. Interview. The opportunity to do. Cause. Strict. Comfort. Do away with. Constitute. Regret to do. Bitter. Down. Metaphor. Irregular. Without doubt. Faint. Realistic. Involve. Condition. Recollection. Tolerate. By definition. Recipe. Develop. Loss. On duty. Enterprise. Cruel. Greet. Strip A of B. Have a preference for A. Normal. Entail. Compete for A. Skill. Cafeteria. Lean against A. Occur. Stability. Classification. Appoint. Generally. Entrance. Fuel. Rational. Provide. A proposal to do. Offer. Age. Survey. Adversity. Humorous. resistant, impose, challenge, aim at A, casual, greedy, valuable, stick, era, prevent, narration, release, way, nature, favor, disguise, lie, reject, compulsive, narrative, obomeku, formerly, submit, nurture, force, account, Tayushi, brutal, improvement, greenhouse effect, the North Pole, by coincidence, have an insight about A, accomplishment, critical, vital, a developing country, execute, Shinobukoi, recollection, boss, remind A that, anxious, cease doing, sustain, emit, ignorant, acquire, depend, force A upon B, faint, accent, demonstrate, obese, interfere with A, do away with, determine, tense, on the ground that, regret that, avoid, symbolic, exhaust, assess, impress, immediate, a series of A, refuge, rarely, at one's wit's end, deny, reception, excel, be astonished to do, persistence, affection, desert, performance, exist, invaluable, do, grammar, typically, have an effect on A, terrible, current, disguise, illusion, eternal, capacity, bend over, interfere, possession, thesis, be greedy for A, notion, temporary, generosity, perform, courage, guarantee, alter, author, itaharu, enter, koshi koshi, paradoxical, explosive, description, doubtful, generosity, value, sustain, imagine, statesman, famine, talent, ecology, in favor of A, hazukashi, ajichinashi, involve, resolve, random, The Northern American continent. Trash. Suggest. Yasurafu. Lead. Constant. Departure. Prominence. Biology. Establishment. Option. Observe. Domestic. Yield. Humor. Remove. Devote oneself to A. Regard A as B. Determination. Fundamental. Pressing. Alcohol. Reliance. By accident. Shelter. Character. Eternity. Absorption. Develop. Infer. Realize. Reside in A. Mode. Tolerable. Apologize to A for B. Reason. Originate. Generalization. Consistent. Defeat. Practical. Convenient. Common. Paradox. Evidence. Lead A to B. Resource. Prompt A to do. Rejection. In some measure. Terrorism. Appointment. Restrained. Where. Involve. Regulation. Strive. Peculiarity. Risky. Superb. Survey. Pros. Dominant. Humidity. Ancient. Be independent of A. Paradox. Stable. Secure. Factor. Obstacle. Prompt. Enhance. Terror. Secure. Preserve. Rhetoric. Take one's temperature. Resolution. Surpass. Expect. Fancy. Authority. Attitude. Common. Emphatic. Lose to A. Eloquent. Strain. Penetrate. Potential. Have an impact on A. Adverse. Ajichinashi. Institute. Get rid of. Upset. Tame. Adopt. Affair. Pretend to do. Offer 01 to 02. Develop. Decide. Ancient. Completion. Purpose. Impose A on B. Human nature. Cruelty. Commuter. Loosen. Sorry doting. Consist in A. Complete. A grocery store. Psychology. Interpret. Activity. In comfort. Endeavor. Alert. Idle. On urgent business. Provided. Compulsive. Metaphor. Value. Complete. Stage fright. Supervise. Eternity. Samayofu. Extract. Event. Cease. Pretense. Wall. Responsible. Lunge. Tense. Enterprise. Former. Be inferior to A. Consist. Be indulged in A. Severe. Hesitate. By means of A. One's native tongue. Risk. Connect A with B. Perform. Horrible. Negligence. Elite. Domestic. Gross domestic product. Attendance. Gain. Imaginary. Foul. Stabilize. Proposition. Review. Naturally. Correction. Symbolize. Standard. Suggest. Demonstration. Rise. Boredom. Inquire into A. Ayashi. Investigation. Measure. Fulfill. Now and then. Washi tanashi. Conscience. Dame rafu. Have A in common. Accelerate. Abruptly. Accountable. Dilemma. Be impressed by A. Obedient. Essential. Kokoromo tonashi. Oppressed. Luxury. Contemporary. Aspect. Value. Float. Force. Class. Identify. Unique. Foster. Express one's opinion on A. Cause. Board. Postpone. Act. Be obliged to do. Regrettable. Koshi. Literal. Consist in A. Bind. Itahari. Undertake. Affair. Acknowledgement. Discard. Favor. Reputation. Appointment. Lay off. Refrain. Alien. Seek to do. Image. Prove to be A. Urge. Resident. Amazing. Assign. Atmosphere. A slip of the tongue. Accept. Expertise. Refuge. On the rise. Naked. Accommodate. Generous. Nourish. Pause. Tolerance. Destruction. Regard. Detective. Under no circumstances. Proof. Inform A of B. Bright. Suppress. Fashion. Receptive. In terms of. Obstacle. Plot. Explosive. Recollection. Exert. Fulfillment. Apply. Conscience. Satisfaction. Conscience. Washi Tanashi. Election campaign. Feat. Inefficient. At one's wit's end. Scheme. Submit. Incline. Illiteral. Scheme.